During this judge training video, we will be referring to the World Schools debate ballot used by the National Speech and Debate Association. However, it is important that you know each ballot will differ from tournament to tournament, and certainly the ballot at the World Schools Debating Championships is different than the one used here. At the top of the ballot used by the National Speech and Debate Association, you will see some blanks that are available for you to complete with basic information. It is important for you to fill this information in prior to the start of the debate round. Just below that is a space for the proposition team code and the opposition team code. The debaters should be able to provide that information to you, and sometimes it will already be filled in by the tabulation room. Either way, this should be filled in prior to the start of the debate round. Finally, it is important for you to get the names of the debaters in the order that they will speak prior to the round. Once you have this information, you should be able to begin. As you can see from the boxes below, there are 3 areas that each debater will be evaluated upon during their speech: content, style, and strategy. Content and style each count for 40%, and strategy counts for 20%. This is the most important part of filling out the ballot, as not only will it give feedback to the debaters, it will also indicate the winners at the end of the debate. So let's take a look at what is included in each of these areas of the rubric in the debate. First, content, which counts for 40% of the overall score for the speech. Content specifically applies to the arguments used in the debate. To break that down a little, it's the information that the debaters bring to the debate. In a prepared motion, debaters are expected to have more content and more information about a topic, but it is highly possible for debaters to have knowledge about a topic even in impromptu motions. The second part is how the information is used. Is it actually used in an appropriate manner to defend the arguments that are being presented by the debater? The other factors that weigh into content are how well the debater clashes with the other team's arguments, as well as how well they rebuild their own arguments that have been attacked by the other team. These are the areas that should be considered when evaluating the points given for content in a debate. The second area to be evaluated is style, which also counts as 40% of the score. Style includes eye contact, the use of gestures, maintaining a proper stance, and fluency of speech. These are all important aspects of communication that are weighed heavily in the World School style of debate. Things that are not considered part of style are if the debater has an accent or how well they use the English language. As World Schools debate is an international competition, many debaters will come from other countries, have different accents, and will not speak English as a first or in many cases even a second language. Debaters should not be penalized for this. Finally, the third area to be considered when evaluating each of the debaters' speeches is the area of strategy. Strategy counts for 20% of the total score. Strategy includes things like the structure and timing of the speech, as well as the understanding of the issues. Strategy should also include staying within the time limits for the speeches, and whether the debater spent an adequate amount of time on a given issue, depending upon its importance in the debate. So now that we understand the 3 areas on which the debaters are evaluated, let's move into the area where the actual awarding of points takes place. First of all, it is important to note that each speaker must be given between 60 and 80 points for their speech. So there's a low end, a high end, and a middle point on each of the point ranges, and we will take that into consideration when evaluating each of the debaters. When we look at style and content, the point range in each of those areas is between 24 and 32 points. Most judges consider 28 to be the middle point range, so they might give 28 points to the average speaker, and then as they evaluate each debater, they decide if that speaker is better or worse than what they consider to be an average speaker, and then assign the points accordingly. If you are a beginning judge, you may just want to take notes at first, and then after you have seen all the debaters speak, begin assigning points based upon your perception of what was average, above average, or below average. When evaluating strategy, the point variation ranges between 12 and 16. Once again, it's probably a good idea to start at 14 points for the average speaker, and then move upward or downward according to your perception of that speaker's use of strategy. So this should give you a pretty good idea of how to assign points to speakers in the constructive speeches. Now, let's move to the reply speech. The reply speech is half the time limit of a full speech, 4 minutes as compared to 8 minutes. Therefore, a reply speech is only awarded half the points of a full constructive speech. In the notes to the adjudicator packet that is handed out at the World Schools Debating Championships, they comment that the judges should consider scoring the reply speech as if it were a full speech, and then divide the points in half. As you can see, because the speech is only awarded half the amount of points of a constructive speech, the point ranges are very close together, so that content and style now count for 12 to 16 points. It's easy enough to start in the middle with 14 for the average speaker, move upward or downward in each of those areas according to how well you think the speaker did. As for strategy, it is between 6 to 8 points, so you only have 3 options for awarding points: 8 points for good, 7 points for average, or 6 points for bad. Finally, it is important to remember that because the rubric takes into account style, content, and strategy, a winning team cannot be awarded lower points than a losing team. Therefore, if you've calculated your points at the end of the debate and you find that you have the winning team with less points than the losing team, it is important for you to go back and adjust the points to give the most points to the team you feel won the debate. You should not change which team you felt won the debate because of the points. The points should always be changed to reflect the winner. Just below the boxes with the total points, you should indicate the team code of the team that you thought won the debate, and circle the side of the debate in which they were on, either proposition or opposition. In the box at the bottom of the debate ballot, there is a space for comments. In this box, you should write comments about the specific arguments that compelled you to vote for one team over the other. Try to be as specific as you can about the arguments and what exactly compelled you. Finally, it is important that the judge does not discuss the round with any of the other judges or anyone else before assigning the winner of the round and signing their name at the bottom of the ballot. Thank you for watching.